Morning children, welcome back to the second session. Today we are going to start session 2 of lesson 16 towards gender equality. Last session we have stopped there growing up as boys and girls. We will continue from there. From their very birth, girls and boys were brought up according to many discriminatory ideas. Here are some statements about how boys and girls are treated. Now we will discuss it. Why in some families, while the birth of a boy is welcomed and celebrated in the house, the birth of a girl is considered a burden. Boys are encouraged to go out to play, whereas girls are made to sit at home. Boys are encouraged to go to the school and study, while the girls are neither sent to school nor given sufficient time to study. When boys fall ill, they get early medical treatment, while girls do not get proper medical attention. Various careers for the boys are planned, while girls are told that they have to get married and settle as housewives. So this is a greatest drawback in Indian society. Now coming to the next subheading, fewer girls, fewer women. All this discrimination has very sad consequences. For example, we find the proportion of females in Indian population is constantly decreasing. In 1951, there were 946 females for every 1,000 males. In 1981, it declined to 934 per 1,000 males. This is actually the ratio between the males and females. After that, it rose to 940 females per 1,000 males by 2011. Let us look at the situation in Telangana. In 1991, there were 969 females to 1,000 males. The situation has improved, and in 2011 there were 988 females to 1,000 males. This places Telangana among the best states in the country with regard to sex ratio. However, among children under 6 years, we see that the number of girls per 1,000 boys is rapidly declining. You can see this from the following table, children. This means that actually the situation is not improving but deteriorating. Normally, equal number of girls and boys should take birth. If the proportion of girls is less, it means that girls and women are not able to live a healthy life in our country and are dying earlier than men. But why is this proportion constantly declining? This may be due to many reasons, like in some families, young girls do not get sufficient nutritious food and are not able to survive when they suffer from any diseases. Girl children in India also face discrimination. They do not receive proper medical treatment. As I said earlier, in recent times, the proportion of girls has reduced also due to female foeticide. That is a very bad social practice where children are killed before they are born. This also means that technological advancement gives the people the choice of giving birth to only male children. Slide you can see girl child in India face discrimination, and in this picture cartoon you can see the men have clear path whereas women have many obstacles in the form of household work. Differences in literacy levels means education, receiving education. Going to school and learning to read and write are important things in life for all of us. Look at the figure 16.1. Two differently colored bars in the figure show the proportion of literates in Telangana. The number of males and females aged 7 years and above who can read and write in Telugu or any other language. There are more literates compared to females in Telangana. You will notice that for every 100 females in Telangana, the number of females literates in 1991 was only 28, that is 28 out of 100. This has increased to 58 in 2011. The proportion of male literates had increased from 52 to 75 during this period. You will also notice that the gap between the males and females is declining. Apart from going to school and other studying, the girls have to take part in the household work also. The girl is cleaning the utensils and cleaning the floor. Telangana and Andhra Pradesh have one of the largest educational institutions in India with nearly 1.50 crore students studying in more than 1 lakh schools and colleges. Children dropping out of schools is also an important problem. 30 years ago, this problem was acute, particularly among girls. For example, if 100 girl children started going to school, more than 65 of them discontinued the schooling after class 5. In fact, not more than 15 girls were able to pursue intermediate education. Another aspect of discrimination is low literacy levels among women. Girls are not encouraged to go to school and are made to stay at home to do the household work or work in the fields and shops. Even the girls who go to school have little to study at home, as they have to do a lot of household work after school time. Even when girls manage to go to school and study, they are discouraged from taking subjects like mathematics and science, which are considered more suitable for boys. Girls are told that they can only learn subjects like literature and home science. In fact, many institutions practice gender bias by not allowing boys to adopt for subjects like home science and forcing girls alone to opt for them. Now the situation has improved. At 1/6 of children stop going to school after class 5. There are no major differences one could find between girls and boys in this regard. Thank you. Have a nice day.